In October 2022, the life of 25-year-old Shanquella Robinson was cut tragically short during what was supposed to be a joyful vacation in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. A trip with friends quickly turned into a nightmare, with her death sparking a series of events that would unravel a chilling and disturbing story. Initially believed to be a simple case of alcohol poisoning, a shocking video surfaced that led to deeper investigations and serious questions about what really happened. This case, riddled with lies, betrayals, and confusion, captivated the public's attention and opened up discussions about trust, loyalty, and the dangerous consequences of traveling with people who might not have your best interests at heart. In this documentary, we will delve into the events leading to Shanquella Robinson's death, explore the investigation into her friend's involvement, and examine the emotional toll this tragedy has taken on her family. From the initial reports to the disturbing video that changed everything, we will uncover the truth, piece by piece, while reflecting on the broader implications of this heartbreaking case. Chapter 1: The beginning of a tragic journey. In October 2022, Shanquella Robinson, a 25-year-old woman from Charlotte, North Carolina, was full of excitement as she set off for a vacation with a group of friends. It was meant to be a getaway, a time to unwind and enjoy life. Shanquella had worked hard for this trip and was looking forward to the chance to relax. Little did she know that what should have been a peaceful vacation would turn into a nightmare. Traveling to Cabo San Lucas, Mexico, Shanquella was eager to spend time with her friends, but her excitement was tragically short-lived. Just one day into their trip, she would be found dead in the villa where they were staying. What seemed to be a simple vacation soon turned into a mystery, one that would leave a family grieving and a nation questioning the people they trust. As Shanquella's family eagerly awaited updates, they believed she had simply passed away from alcohol poisoning, as initially claimed by her friends. However, the situation quickly spiraled into something much darker when a disturbing video emerged online. This video would spark a chain of events that would raise more questions than answers, leading authorities to take a deeper look into what really happened that fateful night. Chapter 2: The official story versus the disturbing video. According to Shanquella's friends, her death was a tragic accident. They claimed she had been drinking heavily the night before her death, and the cause of her demise was alcohol poisoning. This explanation was seemingly supported by their testimonies, and for a brief period, it appeared that the case might be closed without further investigation. However, things took a shocking turn when a video surfaced on social media, forever changing the narrative. The video showed a horrific scene: Shanquella, naked and defenseless, being violently attacked by one of her friends. The footage was disturbing, as it depicted her being struck repeatedly by another woman while the rest of the group looked on passively. This starkly contrasted the friends' initial story of alcohol poisoning and painted a chilling picture of the events leading to Shanquella's untimely death. Mexican authorities wasted no time in launching a full investigation after this video raised serious concerns about the true cause of her death. Questions arose immediately. Was Shanquella's death really a tragic accident, or was it the result of an attack by the very people she trusted? The video, which was leaked by a member of the group, provided a glimpse into the violence that may have led to her demise, but it still left many critical pieces of the puzzle missing. Chapter 3: The struggle for truth. Shanquella Robinson's family was devastated, not only by her death, but also by the lack of clarity surrounding the circumstances. They had initially been told by the friends that Shanquella had died from alcohol poisoning, but after seeing the video, they knew there was something more to the story. Her family's desperation for answers grew as they faced a situation riddled with confusion, obfuscation, and lack of accountability from those involved. Despite the viral nature of the video and the growing public outcry, authorities in both the US and Mexico were slow to make progress. The friends, who had been with Shanquella on the trip, all gave varying accounts of what had happened. Some claimed they were not present during the attack, while others insisted that they were unaware of the violence until after it occurred. The inconsistencies in their statements only deepened the mystery, making it even more difficult for Shanquella's family to piece together the truth. In this chapter, we explore the ongoing efforts of Shanquella's family to uncover the full story behind her death. They demanded answers from Mexican authorities, petitioned for justice, and worked tirelessly to expose the truth. The case became not just about seeking justice for Shanquella, but also about bringing attention to the importance of holding people accountable for their actions, especially when it involves a life taken too soon. Chapter 4: The Role of Social Media and Public Outcry. As the case gained national attention, social media played a significant role in bringing the truth to light. The video of Shanquella's brutal assault sparked outrage online, with people across the globe condemning the actions of her so-called friends. The footage spread rapidly, with social media users demanding justice for Shanquella, calling out those responsible for her death, and pressuring authorities to act quickly. In this chapter, we take a closer look at the power of social media in modern-day investigations. In cases like Shanquella's, social media platforms have become key tools for raising awareness and mobilizing support. The video, which had initially been shared privately among the group, was eventually made public, causing a ripple effect that reached far beyond what anyone could have anticipated. It sparked not only outrage, but also a call for a deeper investigation into the circumstances surrounding her death. The public pressure mounted on the friends who had been involved, and their stories started to fall apart. This chapter also discusses the consequences of such videos becoming public. While they can be vital in exposing the truth, they can also lead to additional trauma for the victim's family, who are forced to relive the violence in graphic detail. Social media's role in this case underscores the growing influence it has in shaping public opinion and pushing for justice in ways that traditional media and law enforcement sometimes cannot. Chapter 5: The Investigation Begins. In response to the video and the mounting public pressure, Mexican authorities initiated a thorough investigation into Shanquella's death. What had initially been seen as a straightforward case of alcohol poisoning now appeared to be much more sinister. Authorities began questioning the group of friends who had traveled with Shanquella, seeking to unravel the truth behind the violent altercation shown in the video. In this chapter, we follow the investigation process step by step. As the authorities delved deeper, they uncovered disturbing details that suggested Shanquella's death may not have been the result of an accident, but rather a calculated attack by someone she trusted. The investigation quickly expanded as detectives interviewed all involved parties and reviewed any evidence that could shed light on the events of that fateful day. Despite the evidence mounting against them, the friends continued to deny any wrongdoing. This chapter emphasizes the complexities of criminal investigations, particularly when the truth is buried under layers of deception. The process was slow and frustrating, but the desire for justice only fueled the determination of Shanquella's family and those seeking answers. In Chapter 6, the friends' stories fall apart. As the investigation progressed, the stories of Shanquella's friends began to unravel. Each person gave a different account of what had happened during their time in Mexico. Some claimed they were not present at the time of the attack, while others claimed they had tried to intervene but were unable to stop the violence. However, inconsistencies in their testimonies and evidence found during the investigation told a different story. The chapter delves into the contradictions in the friends' statements and how they began to fall apart under questioning. The friends, who had once been seen as close companions to Shanquella, were now being scrutinized for their involvement in her death. The conflicting narratives only deepened the sense of betrayal, as it became clear that the group was hiding something. something much darker than anyone had initially realized. As the investigation continues, the chapter explores the chilling realization that the people Shanquella had trusted most may have played a direct role in her tragic end. Each lie that was uncovered made the mystery more complex, leading authorities and the public to question whether justice would ever truly be served. Chapter 7: The Dark Side of Friendship. Friendship is often seen as a bond of trust and support, but in Shanquella's case, it became a facade. The people she considered her friends were now being accused of betraying her in the most unimaginable way. This chapter explores the toxic dynamics of the group, shedding light on the lies, manipulation, and betrayal that unfolded during their trip to Mexico. It's a stark reminder that not all friendships are built on genuine care and loyalty. The people Shanquella thought she could rely on turned out to be the ones who hurt her the most. This chapter also touches on the psychological toll of betrayal and the emotional consequences of being deceived by those closest to us. How could people who had shared laughs, experiences, and personal moments with Shanquella turn on her so violently? What motivated them to do so? Was there jealousy, resentment, or something deeper at play? In this chapter, we examine the toxic friendships that led to Shanquella's death and the lessons to be learned about trusting those around you. Not everyone who appears to be a friend has your best interests at heart. Chapter 8: The Legal Battle and International Complications. As the investigation deepened, it became clear that the case was going to be far more complicated than anyone had anticipated. Shanquella's death occurred in Mexico, and the legal proceedings would need to navigate the complexities of international law. Mexican authorities had jurisdiction over the case, but many of the individuals involved were American citizens. This presented significant legal challenges, as the two countries would need to cooperate to ensure that justice was served. This chapter dives into the legal complexities of the case, exploring the challenges of investigating and prosecuting a crime that crossed international borders. It also looks at how the legal systems in the United States and Mexico worked together, or struggled to work together, in the pursuit of justice for Shanquella. Chapter 9: The Media's Role in Shaping the Narrative. The media played an integral role in shaping public perception of Shanquella's case. From the moment the video surfaced, news outlets picked up the story, broadcasting it across television, radio, and the internet. The public became captivated by the shocking details of the case, and media coverage continued to highlight the twists and turns in the investigation. This chapter explores the media's role in the case, from the initial coverage of Shanquella's death to the ongoing reporting as the story continued to evolve. It also examines how the media's portrayal of events can influence public opinion, the investigation, and the legal process. The chapter reflects on the responsibility of the media in such cases and how their coverage can impact the pursuit of justice. Chapter 10: The Fallout for Shanquella's Friends. As the investigation and public attention intensified, those who had been involved in Shanquella's death began to face the consequences of their actions. Many of her friends found themselves publicly shamed and legally implicated in the crime. Some were arrested, while others faced intense media scrutiny. The consequences of their betrayal were far-reaching, affecting their personal lives, careers, and reputations. This chapter follows the fallout for Shanquella's friends, as they faced not only legal action, but also the wrath of the public. Their lives, once filled with privilege and friendship, were now consumed by scandal and the pursuit of justice. Chapter 11: A Grieving Family's Strength. Shanquella's family remained the most important source of support throughout this tumultuous journey. They were the ones who never gave up, who fought tirelessly for justice in honor of their daughter, sister, and friend. Despite their pain and heartbreak, they pushed forward, making sure that Shanquella's voice was heard. This chapter focuses on the emotional toll the case took on Shanquella's family and how they found strength in each other during the darkest of times. Their unwavering resolve became a symbol of hope and resilience for all those who are fighting for justice, no matter the odds. Chapter 12: Seeking Justice in the Face of Uncertainty. The legal process has been slow, and the road to justice for Shanquella is far from over. As of now, no one has been fully held accountable for her death, and the question of who will face charges remains uncertain. However, one thing is clear: Shanquella's family and supporters will not stop until justice is served. This chapter delves into the uncertainty of the legal process and the challenges of pursuing justice when the system seems stacked against you. It explores the importance of perseverance and the belief that eventually the truth will prevail. Chapter 13: Shanquella's Legacy. In the final chapter of this documentary, we reflect on Shanquella's life and the impact of her story. Her death has sparked a global conversation about accountability, toxic friendships, and the importance of justice. It has also served as a reminder to all of us to carefully examine the people we trust and surround ourselves with. Shanquella's legacy is one of strength and resilience in the face of unimaginable tragedy. This chapter calls for action, urging everyone to stand up for what is right, to support victims of violence, and to ensure that justice is served, no matter how long it takes. Thank you for watching. If you found this story fascinating and want to learn more about other true crime cases, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, stay vigilant and keep questioning the narratives that shape our world.